Hello and welcome back. We are still on the Monday STAAR review and we are looking at question number 9. And question number 9 states, which graph best represents all the pairs of numbers x, y such that x plus y is greater than -6? Now on your answer sheet or on your STAAR review, you might actually have 4 different graphs given. But before I wanted to show you the answers, I wanted to review how to get to the answer, graph the answer, and then pick the correct letter. So let's get started. In order to approach this problem, we need to actually solve this inequality for y, because we will be asked to graph that inequality. So let's see how we can do that. Our original inequality says x plus y is greater than -6. In order for me to get y by itself, the first thing I need to do is move x by doing the opposite operation. Right now, x is positive, opposite would be negative. We know that this cancels. We know that y is left. And since -6 and negative x are two different things, they're like apples and oranges, we cannot combine and we just copy them as they are next to each other. Now there is no number in front of y, therefore division by a number in front of y is not necessary, and I actually already have the answer that I'm looking for. So now, of course, you can always use your calculators to graph this, but I just wanted to show you how to do this manually just in case you don't have a graphing calculator. So first I'm going to make an xy plane or coordinate system. Okay, x and y. Always label your x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, 7, 8, 9. This is my negative x. This is my negative y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is +1, -1, -1, +1. And we are looking for this inequality. Now, if I have walked you through a previous problem in class, you might know that I usually go to the y-intercept first, which in this case it would be -6. So the y-intercept is usually where the graph is crossing, as you know, the y-axis. So let's go down to -6. And I'm going to place my first point right here. And then my slope is actually the number in front of x, which right now it's -1. So that tells me I need to start at this intercept, go down one step because it's negative, and go 1 to the right. So now I have my second point, and in order to graph a line, you usually need 2 points, or at least 2 points. You can always make more, but 2 points will be sufficient. Now, one more thing before we can actually graph this. This inequality says greater than. It does not have an additional equal sign, so therefore I already know that my line is going to be a dotted line. So it cannot be a solid line, it has to be dotted. So there always has to be space in between the individual lines. Something like this. Make sure you put your arrows at the end. And since my inequality says greater than, that means when the crocodile is eating the variable, the y variable, I need to shade above. So anything above this line right here needs to be shaded. Doesn't have to be super neat, as long as you indicate where you're shading. And now if you go back to your options, let's see if this actually matches with what we have in our answer choices. So if we're looking at A, certainly A is a dotted line, so that could be it, but number 1, it's shaded below, and number 2, the line is increasing. It doesn't look like our line, which is actually going the opposite way. So A would not be an answer. Now let's look at answer choice B. Answer choice B. Well, while answer choice B is actually going through -6 and as the y-intercept, and it is a dotted line again, and it is a falling graph, it's still shaded below. And our graph is shaded above, so it's not B either. Okay, answer choice number C. Well, again, the line is increasing or the line is rising. It is dotted and it is shaded above, but again, because the line is going up instead of going down, it is not our answer choice. And by process of elimination, we know that our choice is actually D. The line is falling. It is a dotted line and the area is shaded above, plus the line is crossing the y-axis at -6.